With the current economic state, everybody's looking to make at least one more income stream. And in this video, I'll share with you guys 5 ways that you can start a side hustle with literally zero money. And there's no BS and no scamming tactics. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, Facebook Marketplace. So here's what I mean by that. I guarantee right to this moment, if you go to your house and you spend probably about an hour to 2 hours, you're able to find some things that you don't need anymore. And this could be a pair of sneakers, this can be a backpack, this can be an old GoPro. Heck, even me, if I go now to a couple of the cubes that I have, I can probably have at least $1,000 in old equipment that I'm not using, things like GoPros and other old cameras that I'm not using them anymore, or maybe lighting or microphones and things like that. Now, I'm not saying that you may necessarily have like tech items, but I guarantee there's something in your house. It can be a blanket, it can be anywhere from, an armchair to an ottoman, to a desk chair, to even an old desk that you're not using, or even some tools that maybe your parents are not using. And I guarantee that you can flip them on Marketplace and start making some money. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about you selling everything that your parents own or everything that you have in your house. I'm just talking about things that you currently don't need anymore. And I guarantee there's somewhere just hidden in your house and you're probably not paying attention to them. But, remember this, somebody else's trash, it's gonna be somebody else's treasure. So that's super real. And I guarantee that you have some items and actually flip them on Marketplace. Number 2, finding things on Craigslist for free and then flip them on Facebook Marketplace, or actually flip them on Craigslist into the selling part, right? Into the selling portion of it. So if you don't know, Craigslist has a place where you can actually find things completely for free. So no BS, there are people that give stuff for free, and there's no limit to this. Like, picture this, last year when I was doing my second investment property renovation, I literally gave away an entire pool, like one of those pools that you have to build out outside. And the reason for that is, it was pretty nasty, sort of say, but I didn't need it. Therefore, I didn't want to spend money and I didn't want to spend time taking it apart, right? It took about 2 days just to dry that bad boy out. So all the water came out. And then as soon as it was completely dry, I just took a couple pictures. I put them on both Craigslist and Marketplace, and I gave it away for free. And an old couple came, they spent about 3 to 5 hours all together, and they really put in some time and took it apart nicely, like piece by piece. And even the entire porch that was assigned to that pool, they took that apart and they took it, right? Now, maybe they've used it for themselves, maybe they actually flipped it back on Craigslist or Marketplace, that's none of my business. However, you can see the point in here. Now, second, just about 2 days later, we were actually doing renovation on the yard. So there were a lot of bricks, anywhere from 200 to 300 bricks that I had to get rid of. What do you think I did? I actually took some pictures and then I list them both on Facebook Marketplace and on Craigslist. And I've had 3 different people show up with some pickup trucks and they just fill up a couple trips. They went back and forth and they grabbed them all, right? Now, some people needed those for construction purposes. Some people just needed it at home. Nonetheless, you can actually use the same strategy to actually understand that, hey, people are giving stuff away for free and I can grab them, take a couple pictures of it, and then put them back onto the actual marketplace, right? Don't get me wrong. Yes, there are some people that will just give away completely trashy items that you won't be able to flip for cash. However, most likely, if you need an extra side hustle, you have time to put into this, right? And I know Gary Vee's a big proponent of this strategy, and you probably have seen a lot of his trash talks and a lot of his trips to all of these garage sales. Now, I don't know how many garage sales you can actually find now with the pandemic. However, if you go to Craigslist and you actually type in free, you'll be able to find a bunch of stuff that people are giving away, anywhere from desks to furniture items to pianos to all kinds of like instrument, anything that you can imagine. Now, yes, you do have to spend some time. And what I found is usually at night, if you go anywhere from 8 p.m. to like midnight, that's usually the time when people actually take photos of the stuff that they don't need anymore, and they list them on Craigslist for free. You want to make sure you put a little bit of time into this. So put a couple, maybe half an hour at night and then another half an hour in the morning to grab those items. And yes, you will need to spend some time to actually go and pick them up, take some photos of them, and then put them back on Facebook Marketplace for people to come and buy them from you, right? So super powerful, and it doesn't require any investment from you whatsoever. It does require you to put in some time. Number 3, and this is one of my favorites. So contacting local businesses for helping them with lead gen. So lead generation, essentially, especially now in the middle of the pandemic, I mean, more businesses need more customers. That's pretty much as simple as that, right? Now, I'm not saying that you spam these businesses and you start just offering your services. No, but pick a niche, like for example, realtors, right? What do realtors need? They need to get in touch with other business owners and with other potential customers that may want to sell their house or maybe buy another house, right? So who can be the ideal customer, right? Anyone at some point in time, they'll need a house that they want to buy, or they need a house that they want to sell, right? So what you can do is you can actually partner up with real estate offices for you to be their virtual assistant and start either answering to messages on their Facebook page, answering their Google business listing messages, maybe do some prospecting on Yelp, or even either Facebook and Instagram alone. There's so many ways that you can do this, and it doesn't require any type of investment from your end other than your time. Again, you do have to start using LinkedIn and Instagram to connect with these realtors. And once you have 1 or 2 case studies, everything becomes so much easier. Like once you start to generate some results for one of these guys, next thing, you're just gonna ask them for a video testimonial or a simple review for them regarding your services and how much you help them save time. At the end of the day, business owners, like, they want to make more money but spend less time. So that's what you're actually doing. Like, you can be a virtual assistant for pretty much any type of local business, and you can do data entry for them. You can answer their emails. You can be a customer service rep. You can be their claims representative, right? Like just answering questions over the phone, or just listen to customers and then report back to the business owner, right? You can do prospecting on Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of these other platforms. Now, you want to take it a step further, you can actually offer content creation for them, right? So for example, they send you pictures and videos with their employees on jobs, like for example, take an electrician or a plumber or a construction worker, right? They don't have time to go and actually edit videos and do all this, but they know social media, it's important for them. Therefore, what you do is you just ask them to take photos and videos with their phone, so nothing crazy, right? Like just using their own mobile device, and then send it back to you. And you can use, free software like iMovie, and there's so many others. Like if you want to spend some money, you can use Camtasia, but at first you can just use simple iMovie and a couple Apple device and a couple apps on your phone, regardless if it's iPhone or Android, and you can edit these videos and photos and then post them on their social media pages. Like they need more customers. They know how important this is, but a lot of them, and I would say 90 to 95% of them, they don't know what is the simple process for them to do. Because think about this, right? An electrician, a plumber, a construction worker, a cleaning company, they make their money by providing services. By them posting on their social media pages, they feel like they're wasting time and the results are not gonna happen right away. But if you can be their virtual assistant and they can pay you, anywhere from 10 to 15, 20 bucks an hour, doesn't matter. Like at first, you may need to accept a lower hourly rate or a lower per project rate just to get it going until you start getting some testimonials and some case studies that you can present to other people, right? Now, when is the time to raise your prices? When you're completely booked up, when you realize like, oh crap, I'm not able to keep up with this anymore. Now you're able to actually, increase your prices with 25%, 50%, and now you're gonna lose some of the customers, but the people that are gonna stick with you, those are the people that you want to keep build momentum in your little business, right? In your freelance business. And this takes me to point number 4, using Fiverr. So Fiverr is the best place to start being a freelancer. And you can start offering services like thumbnail design, video design, logo design, anywhere from video editing services, or again, being a virtual assistant for businesses all across US, Canada, Australia, UK, pretty much the entire world, right? Like I have people that I hire from Fiverr anywhere from India to Afghanistan to Europe to local here in US. So it doesn't matter where you're from, you can actually start offering services on Fiverr. Now, at first, if you don't have any skills in this and you don't know what to do, I'll put in the description below a couple of tutorials that I teach you step by step how to create a Fiverr account, how to start using Camtasia, how to start using Canva, because it's completely free, to start editing photos and editing videos and making intros for people's businesses. And therefore, by doing that, you're gonna be able to start gaining a skill and then monetizing by offering your services as a freelancer. So it's super, super easy to start. It's literally zero money investment. Like you don't need to put any sort of credit card in there, none of that. Like you do need a PayPal account or something to get paid, but you don't need anything to put down, right? And then number 5, Upwork. Upwork I consider a little bit on the higher end of the freelancing part. So for example, if you're already getting customers through Fiverr and you know what you're doing and you feel comfortable in your service-based business, because now you're not just a freelancer, now you're offering a service to other service-based businesses, right? Like for example, a construction company, a renovation company, the plumber, the electrician, the roofer, the cleaning company, they can all use your services. Therefore, you just focus on making them more money by saving time and generating more customers to them by helping them, post on these different platforms and, optimize whatever they have to optimize, their posts, their website pages. And you'll see, you can start with logo design, something super simple and easy to do, like a service that it doesn't require that much experience. Like you can literally learn logo design in a day. Like I'll put in the description below a tutorial that I did on canva.com. It's completely free. I do all my YouTube thumbnails. I do all different businesses. Like now I have a VA, a virtual assistant that's doing all of these that I'm talking about. But at first I did it myself, and I did it for local businesses. So for example, my first transportation company, then my wife had a cleaning company, then the lash salon, then my digital marketing agency, and all of these, I just learned how to use it completely from scratch. Like I had no experience. However, when I realized like, oh crap, the way that I make my money is making more sales calls. Therefore, I need somebody that I can pay 10, 15 bucks an hour and they can do these services for me, because when I make a sales call and I close the deal over the phone, or maybe I make a real estate investing part, I don't want to spend time to just create a thumbnail, because I can, during that time, I can make a much bigger impact and I can make more money by making a phone call and closing that deal over the phone. You know what I mean? So when you think about, oh, but why would somebody pay me for these services? Well, the reason that they would pay you for these services is the fact that they make their money by providing their own services. Therefore, they don't have time to just start posting on social or editing a thumbnail or editing a post on Instagram and things like that, right? So I'm pretty sure you get the point now. Let me know in the comments if you used any of these platforms and if you actually started your side hustle. Let me know in the comments, because I actually want to learn from you. And don't go anywhere, because in the next video coming up, I actually put a full tutorial on how to get started on Fiverr and other ways that you can make money online. So I'll see you in the next video.